Today's topic, 10 signs he wants you back. No matter if you ended the relationship or if he ended the relationship, the following signs show you that the man you might still be interested in. I mean, if you weren't interested in him, then you wouldn't be listening to this right now. So let's say the man that you are still interested in, the man who you want to get back, that this man also wants you back. And the first sign I want to share with you is that he's still texting you even though you broke up. This is one of the most obvious signs when it comes to a guy wanting you back. If a man has no interest in you anymore, if, for example, you broke up with him and he then has no interest in you anymore, he's moving on and he thinks to himself, I do no longer want her in my life, then he would not text you, period. This is already a sign. Yes, you might have both said, we're just friends, we're just friends. We're not dating anymore. We're just friends. And you can always say that. And you can also always think about it logically. But his heart, and maybe also your heart, knows the truth. And that's why he's still texting you. And especially if you are not initiating the texting conversation, but he's the one who's at least sometimes, or maybe even most of the time, initiates the text conversation. This means that this man is still thinking of you and he wants you back. Otherwise, he wouldn't be acting like this. Otherwise, always remember, if a guy has no interest in you anymore, then he won't text you anymore. And if you text him, he will just reply with one-word answers. And that's why it's important to understand that if he still texts you, he wants you back. There's at least a very high chance that this is the case. And of course, if you want to be 100% sure, then you can share all the nitty-gritty details about your relationship, or let's say about your ex-relationship and your ex-partner with me in a Skype coaching session. And then I can show you whether or not this man really wants you back and how you can get him back. And if you want to work with me, then you can go to gethimkeephim.com/Skype. And every now and then you might get a not so sober call. We all know about the drunk text message or the drunk call, and if he does that, then I guarantee you that he wants you back. Because then when he's a little bit tipsy or when he's already drunk, he's thinking of you, he's missing you, he's thinking about all the memories that you shared together, and then he wants to contact you. And if he then also, during a call, no matter if he's sober or if he's drunk, if he gets emotional, if you can hear that his voice is cracking up a little bit, if you can hear that he might be crying and he's trying to hide it. So for example, you're talking about something and suddenly his voice changes and he says, sometimes I miss you a little bit. And you can hear in his voice that he tries to suppress these emotions, but they are there. And he shows you unwillingly his raw emotions for you. This means that this man wants you back. And another sign that some of my Skype coaching clients, you can say ignored, or that they didn't really see as a sign, is when he still sends you YouTube videos or links to Spotify, links to songs, to funny videos. This means that he still wants to share his life with you, even though it might be just the stuff he consumes, his digital life, but he still communicates on a subconscious level that he wants to share his life with you by sharing all these things with you. Again, if a man has no interest in staying in contact with you, if he has no interest in being intimate with you again, in being in a relationship with you again, then he wouldn't be doing this. He would just cut you off. He would ghost you. He would not reply to your text messages, but he would not send you all that stuff. So that means that he wants you. And he makes an effort to stay friends. And now you might be saying, wait a minute, but if he makes an effort to stay friends, how can he possibly want me back? I mean, he wants to be friends, right? Wrong. He doesn't want to be friends, believe me. Every man who uttered the following words still has an interest in his ex-girlfriend. And the words are, I would really love that we stay friends. Come on, let's stay friends. I want you to be my friend. Again, and that's something you really have to realize, men do not necessarily want to have female friends. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have amazing female friends. I even have one female friend who once brought me to the hospital and stayed there for a long time. She's an amazing friend. I wouldn't trade her for gold in this world. However, when it comes to an ex-partner, the words, I want you to be my friend, usually mean let's stay in contact so that at some point I might try to make a move. He doesn't really want to be your friend because, let's face it, whenever he's with you, he either misses you or he thinks about you, some memories pop up, and there's always this emotional turmoil. It's not like in sitcoms, for example, like in How I Met Your Mother, where Robin first dates Ted and then Barney and they're still close friends and they never feel any negative emotions, they never have any jealousy, and everything is rainbow, sunshine and unicorns. That's not how it works in the real world. So when a guy you've been dating, one of your ex-boyfriends, tells you that he wants to make an effort to stay friends with you, and he's actually initiating the quote-unquote friendship, and he wants to hang out with you, he wants to see you on a regular basis as quote-unquote friends, this means he's actually into you. And now, if you want to get him back, then why don't you make him so obsessed with you that he will forget about all this friendship BS talk and he will finally get real with you. He will tell you how much he loves you. He will tell you how much he misses you. And then he will go for the kiss and it will be the most amazing feeling you can possibly imagine. And that's the result of a man who's truly obsessed with you. And if you want to find out how 7 of my amazing coaching clients made their man obsessed with them and made them commit to them, then you can click on the first link in the description or go to gethimkeephim.com/obsession. And what if he has a new girl in his life? Ooh, then everything is lost, right? And again, I have to say, wrong. You can still win him back. You have to realize that men often, when they go through a breakup, no matter if they were the one who initiated the breakup or if they got broken up with, their ego is hurt, their male ego is hurt, and the one thing that they want right now is to distract themselves with the belief that they still got it, that they can get a new girl. And if he then shows up with a new girlfriend or a girl or let's say a woman who he's dating, this doesn't mean that he's in love with this woman. It doesn't mean that he has moved on. It's usually just a distraction and a way for him to suppress his feelings so that he doesn't have to face his emotions. Because for men, hey, we are conditioned all our lives, don't show emotions, be strong, be stoic. For us, it's very, very scary to confront our own emotions. So if he has a new woman in his life, look at the pictures he uploads. Look at her and him together when you see them. Does he look happy? Or does he still look at you? Does he might even have teary eyes when he looks at you when he's with her? This means he wants you. And that's again why I recommend that you click on the first link in the description to discover how you can make him obsessed with you. Because then he will simply ditch the other woman because he's obsessed with you. And he tells you how much he has changed, especially when there's something you criticized him for in the past. And he then tells you that he changed this aspect of his life. This means that he wants to impress you. He wants to show you that he's a better boyfriend for you now than he used to be a couple of months ago. So for example, if the guy you've been dating, or let's say the guy you've broken up with, or if he broke up with you, if this man was always out of shape, and you criticized him for it, or at least you wanted to motivate him to join the gym with you. And now suddenly he tells you how he has joined the gym, how he's working out. He wants to do that because he wants you to realize, hey, this guy is changing, I want to date him again. And the same is true if, for example, you always criticized him in the past for being lazy, and suddenly he tells you, hey, you know what, I'm educating myself, I made this course, I'm studying now, I changed my job. And he shows you with his actions that he's becoming the boyfriend that you've always wanted. And he does that because he wants you back. And he's always there for you when you need him. For example, when you are sick, when you're not feeling well, when something happened in your family, for example, he's there for you. He listens to you on the phone. He comes over. He wants to make sure that you are safe and protected. This means that this man is still into you. Because when a man loves a woman, and I know that from my own experience, we want to make sure that the woman we are with is safe and protected. For example, I have this insane protective instinct with my girlfriend. It's not controlling behavior, it's not jealousy, it's a simple desire and need for her to be protected and safe. And if he still acts from this male biological, programming, you can say, with you, this means that he's still into you. And if he doesn't want to hang up when you have a call, this also means that he loves spending time with you, even if it's just on the phone, and he doesn't want you to go. He doesn't want to let you go. And if you don't want him to go, if you don't want to let him go, why don't you take a quiz that shows you whether or not you have what it takes to make him fall in love with you again? And if you are ready to take this fun quiz, then you can go to gethimkeephim.com/quiz, or you click on the second link in the description. And when you tell him about your new life, he gets so sad and maybe even very emotional. When you tell him how you are going on adventures, how you're traveling somewhere, all he thinks about is, who is she traveling with? Who is she dating? I want her back. I want her back. So that's why you have to make him so obsessed with you that he will admit to you that he wants you back, and then you can simply kiss him, embrace him, and enjoy your relationship with him. And if you enjoyed watching this video, if you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your opinion, share your thoughts. I would love to hear from you. And I would love it even more if you would hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video.